The Christian flag is a flag designed in the early 20th century to represent all of Christianity and Christendom, and has been most popular among Christian churches in North America, Africa and Latin America. The flag has a white field, with a red Latin cross inside a blue canton. The shade of red on the cross symbolizes the blood Jesus shed on Calvary. The blue represents the waters of baptism as well as the faithfulness of Jesus. The white represents Jesus' purity. In conventional vexillology, a white flag is linked to surrender, a reference to the biblical description of Jesus' non-violence and surrender to God. The dimensions of the flag and canton have no official specifications. Origins. The Christian flag was first conceived on September 26, 1897, at Brighton Chapel on Coney Island in Brooklyn, New York in the United States. The superintendent of a Sunday school, Charles C. Overton, gave an impromptu lecture to the gathered students, because the scheduled speaker had failed to arrive for the event. He gave a speech asking the students what a flag representing Christianity would look like. Overton thought about his improvised speech for many years afterward. In 1907, he and Ralph Diffendorfer, secretary of the Methodist Young People's Missionary Movement, designed and began promoting the flag. With regard to the Christian symbolism of the Christian flag, the ground is white, representing peace, purity and innocence. In the upper corner is a blue square, the color of the unclouded sky, emblematic of heaven, the home of the Christian. Also a symbol of faith and trust. In the center of the blue is the cross, the ensign and chosen symbol of Christianity. The cross is red, typical of Christ's blood. The Ecumenical Christian Organization, Federal Council of Churches, now succeeded by the National Council of Churches and Christian Churches together, adopted the flag on January 23, 1942. The Christian flag intentionally has no patent, as the designer dedicated the flag to all of Christendom. The famous hymn writer devoted a hymn titled "Owe the Christian Flag", with music by a Hunter Ingerton Wooderman, in its honor. Like the flag, the hymn is also free use. On the Sunday nearest September 26, 1997, the Christian flag celebrated its 100th anniversary. Usage. The flag was first accepted by the mainline Protestant denominations in the United States, and by the 1980s many institutions had described policies for displaying it inside churches. During World War II the flag was flown along with the U.S. flag in a number of Lutheran churches, many of them with German backgrounds, who wanted to show their solidarity with the United States during the war with Germany. The Christian flag spread outside North America with Protestant missionaries. It can be seen today in or outside many Protestant churches throughout the world, particularly in Latin America and Africa, as well as some Roman Catholic churches. It has so far been adopted by some churches in Europe, Asia, and Africa as well. Eastern Orthodox, especially parishes in the Western Rite tradition, have only recently started to use the flag. Pledge. Some churches practice a pledge of allegiance, or affirmation of loyalty to the Christian flag, which is similar to the Pledge of Allegiance to the American flag. The first pledge was written by Lynn Harold Huff, a Methodist minister who had heard Ralph Diffendorfer, secretary to the Methodist Young People's Missionary Movement, promoting the Christian flag at a rally. He wrote the following pledge. I pledge allegiance to the Christian flag and to the Savior for whose kingdom it stands. One brotherhood, uniting all mankind in service and in love. Denominational flags. Many Christian denominations have their own denominational flag and display it alongside the Christian flag or independent from it. Catholic churches in communion with the Holy See often display the Vatican flag along with their respective national flag, typically on opposite sides of the sanctuary, near the front door, or hoisted on flagstaffs outside. Individual dioceses may also fly flags based on the diocesan coat of arms. Eastern Orthodox churches, particularly jurisdictions of the Greek Orthodox Church under the direct authority of the Ecumenical Patriarch, often display his flag, which is a Byzantine double-headed eagle on a yellow field. parishes in the Episcopal Church frequently fly the Episcopal flag, a cross of St. George with the upper left canton containing a cross of St. Andrew formed by 9 crosslets on a blue background. The Salvation Army has a flag with a blue border, a red field, and a gold 8-pointed star. The star bears the Salvation Army's motto, Blood and Fire. The Anglican Communion have a blue flag with a St. George's cross in the center surrounded with a gold band with the wording, "The truth shall make you free," in New Testament Greek on it. From the band sprout the points of a compass. On the north of the compass is a mitre. The Church of Scotland use a flag of Scotland depicting the burning bush. The Church in Wales use a blue cross of St. George defaced with a gold Celtic cross. The Church of Ireland use the St. Patrick's satire but also use the compass rose flag of the Anglican Communion equally. Additionally, many Catholic, Protestant and Orthodox churches maintain the use of the labrum, a historical symbol of Christianity, which is rarely used as a flag at present. National flags: all the flags based on the Dannebrog, including the flag of Finland, flag of the Faroe Islands, flag of Iceland, flag of Norway and flag of Sweden contain a Christian cross, representing Christianity. The Union Jack of Great Britain, as well as its descendant flags, makes reference to 3 Christian patron saints, the patron saint of England, represented by the red cross of St. George, the patron saint of Ireland, represented by the red satire of St. Patrick, and the patron saint of Scotland, represented by the satire of St. Andrew. In addition, the flag of Greece, as well as the flag of Switzerland, contain a Christian cross to represent the faith. The cross on the flag of Dominica represents Christianity while the 3 colors of which the cross consists stand for the Trinity, and the coat of arms depicted on the flag of Slovakia shows a double cross. The flag of the Dominican Republic also depicts a Bible and a cross. The flag of Georgia, flag of Moldova, and flag of Serbia all display a cross representing Christianity. The flag of Portugal also has Christian symbolism, bearing the 5 wounds of Christ. See also, Christian symbolism, cross necklace, head of Christ, civil religion, references. Further reading, Marvin, C., Blood Sacrifice in the Nation, Revisiting Civil Religion, Journal of the American Academy of Religion. Land, Richard, The Divided States of America. What Liberals and Conservatives Get Wrong About Faith and Politics, Thomas Nelson, PA 41A. Balmer, Randall Herbert, Encyclopedia of Evangelicalism, Baylor University Press, PA 134A. External links: Kaufman, Elisha, Christian History and Biography, Christianity Today. History and Symbolism of the Christian Flag, Society of the Christian Flagger, The Christian Flag Hymn, The Christian Flag, Cyberhymnala, Sidwell, Mark, The Christian Flag, Fundamentalism File Research Report, WA, Christian Flag, Flags of the World.